Coming up this morning for you on Daybreak, heavy rains overnight bring flooding concerns around the Ozarks this morning. We're live to tell you what to expect as you wake up.
And one industry is looking ahead to better days after missing out on one of its busiest seasons due to COVID-19. We'll let you know what local businesses in the wedding industry have to say. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. Today is Tuesday, June 9th. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm Joe Moreno. Weather is the name of the game as we wake up today, right?
Yes, it is. Rain, rain, go away. That's what we're all saying today, and it will go away later on today, but for now it's still pretty wet.
Eventually, and yeah, but we need to watch out for the flash flood watches that are happening here because we have a tropical depression in Missouri, Elisa.
Yeah, it's incredible how it still has its circulation, it's still rolling through, and it did drop some heavy rain overnight, getting lots of reports of rain reports coming in, and they're all over 2 inches just on the overnight hours.
We've got a couple live reports coming up in a minute, but can you at least brief us here on what to see right as we wake up?
Yeah, the flash flood watch continues until 10 o'clock this morning as we still have some heavy downpours coming out of the remnants of Cristobal. So again, that goes until 10. We do have some wet roads in Branson this morning. It is 70 degrees there, very warm and humid start with that tropical air mass. Cristobal is still a tropical depression. It's got 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and it's moving north at a pretty quick clip at 25 miles per hour. Springfield has lightened up as far as some of the heavier rain is concerned. Some of that has moved north with some more moderate downpours up near Buffalo and then getting into Camdenton this morning. A flash flood warning in effect for Christian and Taney counties until 10 o'clock this morning, where Bull Creek has been pretty susceptible. So you can see again it's still swirling through the Ozarks this morning with some of that heavy rain. A warm start too with those temperatures in the 70s. Be careful on the roads. It's a soaking start. We've got some urban flooding, ponding, and river issues out there this morning. Could have additional storm development today, so we got to detail that for you coming up in a little bit. Joe?
That is a lot to look after, and we'll worry about the additional storms coming up later on because rain and flooding is our main concern, all right, throughout the Ozarks, not just in Springfield. So, Elisa, what exactly is widespread and what specifically do people need to watch out for here?
Yeah, Joe, we've had, like you said, we've had rain reports coming in at over 2 inches on the overnight hours. Some of those low water crossings already finding some flooding areas and some things that are closed. So we've got some team coverage for you out there this morning where we've got some reports from Springfield where we've got Nija McDonald there. She's been live in Springfield for us all morning, and we're also welcoming Jacob Blunt. He is live for us in Taney County where, again, we've been tracking flooding concerns across the Ozarks. I want to start, though, with Nija. And Nija, you've been in Springfield all morning tracking some of those urban road conditions. What have you seen so far?
Well, good morning, Elisa. Yes, we've seen lots of wet roads this morning. Now, as you mentioned, more of the urban roads. We are actually in downtown Springfield. We're under a parking garage for safety, but we've been monitoring the roads here, and the rain has kind of been going in and out. It's been steadily coming down, but as far as how hard it's been going down, it's kind of been going in and out within the past hour. Started off very heavy pouring down, and now it's kind of seeming that it's lightening up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at that MoDOT Travelers map, though, because there are a lot of activities that you might want to be mindful of this morning as you head out. Route Z, both north and southbound lanes are experiencing portions of closures. Route E, both north and southbound lanes, and both of those are in Wright County. And in Ozark County, Route T, both east and westbound lanes are experiencing portions of closures. As always, check that MoDOT Travelers map as you head out this morning. And again, make sure that you never try to drive over standing water. When there's conditions like this, make sure you always remember, turn around, don't drown. Back to you in the studio.
Who's live in Taney County. Jacob, we've had flash flood warnings in your area all morning with some of those rivers susceptible. What have you seen?
Well, Lisa, the rain was pretty consistent here in the Branson area until about 30 minutes ago when we started to see it stop and the clouds starting to spread out. I can even see patches of blue sky right now. But the rain was very consistent and left the roadways very wet. We're right here off of F Highway, and some of these curves are pretty slick, pretty dangerous. People need to take precautions there and also take precautions in the city of Branson. On the way here is a little rough. Now, we do have that flash flood warning, as you talked about, in parts of Christian and Taney County. And there's also a warning here off of Bull Creek. They're thinking that the flash floods will have levels rising in the area, which means low water bridge advisories, as well as Bull Creek Village may still see some spots of some flash flooding. But that advisory goes until 10 a.m. today, okay? So back to you, Elisa, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Don't forget that we need to track this weather. Download that Color 10 weather app. Radar, forecasts, and more, all right there on your smartphone. It is a free download. Just search Color 10 in the App Store. We move on now this morning to some breaking news out of Pulaski County. A multiple vehicle wreck on I-44 near mile marker 158 shut down westbound lanes for hours this morning. That's according to the Doolittle Rural Fire Protection District. It happened just before 1. Authorities are reporting 10 vehicles were involved in the crash, including more than one semi that rolled over. No word yet on any injuries. We'll continue to follow this, and we'll give you updates as they're provided.
In more local news this morning, Springfield police continue looking for 2 vehicles involved in a shooting last night. Around 5 p.m., a person was shot in the abdomen at a home in the 1900 block of North Douglas. That's just west of Grant, in between Division and Kearney. The victim had to have surgery and is still listed in stable condition at a hospital. The suspects may be driving a silver Dodge Nitro and a red Dodge Avenger. Call police if you know anything about this case.
Over the weekend, there were more large, peaceful protests in downtown Springfield. We spoke with one of the local organizers to get their perspective on what they thought happened Saturday and how they felt.
I see a lot of change coming in our community. I see a lot of people fired up for change. I see a lot of people wanting to get out and help volunteer with things that we got going on now. And I mean, the mood is electric. The city's on fire. Everybody is fed up with the way things were, and everybody's looking to do something different.
As far as future protests go, the organizers say they're in communication currently with city officials about the possibility of more events.
While many businesses have struggled since the beginning of COVID-19, the wedding industry has been hit particularly hard. We talked with Carl's Tuxedos. They're in the same building as MK Bridal and Linda's Flowers. All 3 businesses were closed for 6 weeks during 2 of the busiest months of the year for weddings. Originally, they'd planned to be in the store 7 days a week. Instead, they were forced to close during that time as a result of wedding cancellations and prom cancellations. Right now, the store is back open. For Tux Rentals, they are only trying on coats, and they say they're dry cleaning between each customer. Misty Gray, the manager at Carl's Tuxedo, says while they may have missed some key months for revenue, they're hoping the future is brighter.
Terrible. We've had a lot of prom cancellations as well, so I mean, we've been giving a lot of refunds back for that. You know, we don't feel it's fair to keep the money because this obviously was out of everyone's control. Weddings are getting postponed because they're hoping to maybe happen in the fall, so we are really crossing our fingers for fall to just really explode.
Gray also says a lot of brides are also just now buying wedding dresses as there's been delays in getting dresses from overseas, also as a result of the virus.
We still have some rain coming down in Springfield. Those roads are wet on that live look down in downtown Springfield. That's because we still have a tropical depression swirling through the Ozarks this morning. The latest on timing and totals of this rain coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Rafa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.